We're right here inside the Photoshop working on our image, and this is straight out of Vue. I do like some of these clouds, how they come up, like those areas. We could see on the coloring and add more in production. However, this is our planet, and I want just enhance few things to create a little bit more interesting space kind of look on this. First, let's go ahead and pop up a little bit coloring to this, and we'll do this by creating duplicate layer. We'll go to image adjustments, we'll go to black and white, and because I'm going to use it as the soft light afterwards, everything that darker below 50% will get it darker, and brighter above 50 will get lighter as well. So I'm going to bring just a little bit coloring up. Be sure that our dimensions is kind of set good. Maybe a little bit on blue. Overall, what I want to do is create this dynamic range, kind of look more interesting in this case. Next, we go image adjustment and we'll go shadow highlight. Be sure you show more options is enabled so you can see additional properties. And we're going to set 11 pixels radius both on our shadows and highlights. Bring them to the 100% and bring a little bit tone down to create this slightly brighter and darker area. When we're done, we'll switch this layer to soft light. So if we look right here, you can see we enhance some of these elements. The problem by doing this, we also reduce some haze that I want to keep it around, but we'll bring some stuff in the shape. So what we're going to do, it is enable layer, creating new mask, inverse this or make black color using our brush. Set brush to the soft round, about 10% opacity. Let's set on the white, and we'll just go inside and slightly brush where we want a little bit sharpness on our image, and mostly I want around spaceship, maybe a little bit around planet, just slightly. Okay, also I want to create kind of more mystery looking things. In this way, we combine all images by using Shift Control Alt E on a PC or Alt Option Command E on a Mac. We'll create new layer of this. Filter, blur, we'll go to the blur on this. Let's set, depend on resolution, you want just slightly blur created. And we can switch this, you can go to the screen, which you can see, it will create this retro sci-fi glowing, and also same as a soft light can apply it. We'll go probably with a screen, and at the same time we can just slightly apply it to create somewhat softer look on a planet. Run this way. Remember, you always can use it mask if you need it, like in this case, and we can brush in with a black color 10%. We can just brush in some areas less of the glowing, leave it a little bit more on the planet. Okay, next let's go work on the engine of the ship. We have it right here, and I want to add additional glowing. So doing this, we'll select color. Let's select our engine color, or approximately what we have before, but circle going around, 100% opacity. We'll click on the middle of the engines, like creating glowing. And next, going filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and we'll just blur slightly out so it's creating the effect. Okay, let's go switch this to the screen. Right here we added small engine effect. Let's do one more layer like this. On this case, we'll just creating larger. Okay, let's go switch this to the slightly warmer, and I'm actually selecting from the clouds. We'll go create two, only once. Let's go filter, blur, and blur. We'll also blur just slightly up those. Okay, in this case, I want to go switch this to soft light. So just creating this, you can see just warmer color, almost like from the engine or other lights, and also help kind of blending. Let's also add some lens flare to this, and you can create different collections. I'm just using one that preset before, and I'm just going to drag, drop this right here, one of them. We'll switch to the screen mode. Okay, put it around there, and I see some elements maybe does not look good, so we're going to have it our brush and smooth some of those here. Let's go duplicate it. Okay, and take duplicate and put on this engine. So we just have it couple. Let's scale this one slightly down so it does not look exactly the same. And I think this one maybe rotate and scale. So just make slightly look them different. Okay, so here's some lens flare. We can also use it a different one coloring. Like for example, we can use it just straight as asterisk. In this case, we can same switch to the screen mode and add maybe around that one more. So have kind of duplicate it, put it right there. So just add a little bit more lens flare on those. I think that will create kind of nice look right here maybe. No, let's just leave it right around this area. Okay. So at this time, let's add some maybe shadowing, and doing this we can do with, okay, like let's group lens flare. Okay, we also take glowing. Okay, and we'll just leave it shipped right there. One more thing, so I actually want to do create new layer again by combining all together. It's Control Shift Alt E or Command Option Shift on the Mac E, and we'll go filter, stylization, and we'll go to oil paint. So let's look right here. You can see how the oil add interesting effect. We'll go on 10% stylization, 10 on the clearance, 0.1 scale, and brush 0. So, okay, right there you can see we have a very interesting effect. You can go to all different options, see which one is working better on your case. For me, I'm just leave it as normal. We'll create a new mask for this, inverse it to black, take a brush, 10% opacity white color, and we can start painting slightly in some areas where I see noisy. So I just want maybe add almost like effect to this area right there. And this is total option. I do like some clouds in this area, but right here I want to add somewhat effect of the brush almost. So this twirling kind of effect again before and after, just a little bit. Okay, we can come closer and you can see right here we just added some of those twirling effects to this. Okay, let's go a couple more things. We'll create new layer. Fill up with the 50% gray. Switch to the soft light. Same, we'll use it black and white brush. So we'll use the black 10%. And we can just slightly give it vignetting, darker some areas. Okay, maybe right there a little bit. Okay, let's switch to white and we can increase some of the maybe around shape right here, kind of creating almost this look. Okay, now I want to adjust a little bit my colors. We'll do this by creating curves and switching curve to the color blending mode. Let's go to the blue color, pop up on the shadows and drop on the middle, so it will give us this cold warm basic. So darker areas will be colder and brighter, or mid tones actually will be warmer. We'll go to the red. Let's switch also cyan. We can go with the red, but I think in this case we'll go with cyan. It's add more retro sci-fi-ish look, and we'll restore our red line, our red channel from mid tones and up on the same. So right here you can preview before and after, just add it. I'm not sure if I like coloring in this area. For this, we'll same on our mask, we're using black brush 10%, and we can just restore a little bit coloring in this area where the nebula was. Because I do like the original coloring better, but I do like on the planet, I will still like a little bit warmer kind of look. Okay, let's do one more things. another curve. On this case, we'll switch to luminosity. We'll take a darker level, and we can create just a little bit flatten on top and flatten a little bit on the brightness right here. We could actually work on a contrast, bring overall image just a bit darker, like maybe around here. And so we have it, our image before and after. Let's combine all image together. And we'll just add sharpness a little bit to this area. So we'll go to Filter, Sharpen, Unsharp Mask. And we can bring sharpness just slightly up to creating this illustration kind of look. Again, this is actually will be our full resolution. Let's go click right there. Okay. There you go. This is our full resolution of image, which is actually add nice on the sharpness. We still have those waving that we add. And overall, here's our image. Before and after. So as I say, it is still be very nice image what we created with this nice sci-fi that come out straight of the Vue with the clouds and a backdrop. So you can see we can create very nice sci-fi look. However, by adding in Photoshop few touch-ups, it will bring a little bit more to this retro sci-fi look. Thank you for watching this tutorial. And please remember, visit us on our website, www.geekatplay.com, subscribe on YouTube or support on Patreon. And if you purchase these tutorials, the project files and backdrops all come with this. Thank you again for your support.